I don't want to watch this ad.
Okay. Uh, we should be live.
Dog.
Hi, Sunshine
I,
community. I can't hear PK. He's talking, so
well,
that's a problem.
why can't you hear me? Oh, no.
Bear with me while I
Oh.
figure this
Hi,
out.
hi, Schmidt. Hmm.
I don't know. My headphones are not the nicest to me.
Mood.
But I will figure out a solution. Bear with me. Technical problems happen in live shows too often. I don't know. My headphones are just not nice. They bully me.
Probably deserved it, Kipo.
Why don't I just turn off my headphones today?
Hmm.
Okay, talk.
Hello.
You should be
Uh,
audible.
um. Jeff.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Alright. There might be a little echo today. I can't use my headphones, so I can only listen through the desktop audio. I don't know. Let me try one more time so we don't have to have an echo, and if it doesn't work, I'll just cry.
I don't hear an echo, so it sounds like it's.
Okay, we're just gonna have a little echo today. I'm sorry, can't do anything about it. My headphones are toxic. So, welcome to episode 2 of this bingo show. Oh, no, it's called the Jeffco Bingo Taco Show because I found it funny. Now no one can hear PK because chaos is erupting right now.
Oh,
Okay, now people can hear you.
twice the
I can't do
PK.
anything about the echo. My headphones just don't work for some reason. Some days and some days they do.
Twice the PK, Pog.
Um,
Schmidt, I will ban you right now.
Basically I will have like the audio as low as I can so that way it doesn't have some kind of echo. But
You ever just echo? It actually sounds good. In
okay.
like a cursed way or like a cool way.
So let's talk about the week. What did you think of week 1 of season 3 of the SMS Bingo League?
Um, it ran smoother than I was expecting it to.
Yeah, the first day was a little chaotic, but other than that, like in terms of like restream quality, but I think everything kind of fell in place from there.
Talk about the bingo meta.
No more meta talk.
We'll get there.
Uh, yeah. So I don't think the meta is like horrible, but there was definitely a few discussions going on about some of the cards this week. And yeah, there's basically a little patch coming along. Lego told lots of you in the weekly picking, which did not go as planned. But yeah, that'll be a thing. So we'll kind of address that in like some cards we're looking at today. I guess we can like just jump into those. Like I'm trying to like, do you have anything else to say about the week?
Um,
Like what do we want to talk about this week? Like what's the overall consensus? I think people were having fun.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like it was still a good week. Even with the issues, it was still a good week.
Yeah. Uh, we could talk about like some of the matches, not in depth, but just overall. Like,
Yep.
I think Tomato got a 2-0, which is pretty good. There was discussions he was underseeded. He probably was, and he
Yeah.
kind of had a good week.
I think even the organizers were like, yeah, he's underseeded, but this is what it says, so.
Yeah,
Shrug.
yeah, it's hard to objectively like put everything in an order like that. You're gonna miss someone, or someone's gonna be lower, under, or just we kind of just wanted to get a baseline for everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that was good. Who else did well this weekend? Despin, one of the newer players, he got a 1-1. He won against you and lost against Mr. Yato.
Definitely a net positive for him.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he actually gained. It was 13 for me. And then,
pretty good amount.
no, I guess it was. I don't know what it was. Looks like he lost 14 from Yato, so.
As
like maybe
for
net negative.
Ramato, he went 2-0. I don't think anyone expected him not to.
I don't think anybody's expecting him to lose anytime soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty easy season for him at this point. Doesn't have a ton of people straight up challenging him, which is it is what it is. What are you gonna do?
Yep, it happens.
You sometimes just have a player who's just that good. Other Division 1 players, JJ only did one match this week, but he did win it. We will talk about that one a little bit. Good on him. JJ not rusting really, kind of just doesn't rust. Just kind of just showed up and played well and had a good day. Showed he still got it after a few months.
I agree.
Who else? Let's see. Danny did not play this season. Going through like the player list right now.
Rasmus beat Urbani.
Erasmus did beat Urbani, which I don't think is like insanely surprising because
The only surprising part was that it was Invasion, and Rasmus is usually not good at Invasion.
well, it's
But
been 2 seasons and
He's
Erasmus has
getting it.
now played Invasion quite a decent amount.
Yeah, because everybody picks it against him.
Yeah, I think he's a smart guy, and now he's just kind of getting used to it. I don't think it's a free pick anymore like it may have used to been like
Yeah.
in season 1. So I'm not so surprised, but yeah, it was a little bit of a shock. But Urbani did beat who did he play against?
Mason.
He beat Mason in row control, which I think was probably one of the more surprising wins of the week.
Yeah, he kind of stomped.
Yeah.
It was a very partially due to him getting basically 8 goals at the start of the match in 3 rows. But I mean, it's good on him for at least noticing it.
Yeah. Mason kind of has kind of a mental block against faster players. He's a very smart router, but like when it comes to faster players once in a while, just doesn't necessarily always have the best time with them.
Yep.
Cause
I don't even know if you can really blame him for this one.
no.
Some of these goals are so dumb.
Yeah, we may have actually. I wish I put that on the list of matches to analyze this week, actually, because it would have been really interesting to look at. But
Yeah.
I kind of forgot. Maybe I'll dig it up while we're talking about some of the other matches. But yeah.
For me,
You played Despin, which was not the
not
most fun match for you,
Nope.
and
Braga,
Bry Guy, who
which
Bry
also
is solid. I don't, I think it's you definitely could have won, but Bry definitely shows up. He, usually is pretty consistent.
Yep.
I
I didn't get to play bingo this week.
You didn't get to
It
play
was
bingo.
unfortunate. Now
I mean, you
won't
got
play this
less
week.
speed bullied by Bry at least, I guess. But you did follow him, so I guess maybe you did. But
Yeah. I kind of
Um,
got double speed bullied, but the first one was like half my fault.
Yeah, a little bit. Second one was more more sadness for you, I think.
Yeah, that one was sadness from the start.
Going down the list, Game Stable did not play. Haywire played Dex, and
Yep.
Dex won.
That was actually a pretty good match.
That might have been one of the few this week I did not actually see.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It came down to like one goal somewhere. I don't even remember what the goal was, but it was not far off. I think it might have been 2 from 5.
No, they're pretty even as players, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't think that's like it should have been a good match, and I think it was a good match.
Yeah, I think it was.
Race, that's what it was. Yeah.
Juka played against Dex. I think she had a lot of controller issues, she was saying, but Dex still looked pretty solid. I think Dex definitely out-routed. There was a controversy with Links, which is a bingo classic by now. I think Dex did not have 7 links. He clicked it, and Juka was going for it, but Dex still showing up with an overwhelming victory regardless. I think it was still like 13-7 with that point going to Juka, maybe 13-8. So,
yep.
Dex still with the pretty overwhelming win there. Oh, we skipped over Deathline. Crap.
Deathline sure is a person.
Deathline is getting pretty good. I have high hopes in Deathline.
Yep. Deathline gets a much harder test this week, I think. I don't remember who he plays though.
We'll look at that in a bit, but yeah. Libre did not play, unfortunate. Libre's a homie, but he probably just moving this week.
Yep.
Bread Ghost. Who did Bread play?
Beat Tanuki.
He beat Tanuki Mario.
And I think, did they play another match?
No. Oh wait, I think Bread played something else, right? Maybe
I think
not.
Bread might have played. Where is Bread? Darkman.
Darkman, okay. Yeah, Bread. He's been scrimming a lot. He's been putting in a lot of work. I think he just showed up, and yeah, I mean, I think the win against Tanuki Mario, no offense, was a little expected, just because Tanuki Mario has not played the game that much right now. Still kind of growing as a player. But yeah, Bread looks solid. Yato also looking solid. Beat Despin, which is a pretty good win for him.
Yes.
By quite a lot. I don't know how much points that got him, but that's a good win. There was another controversy in that match. As you would expect in this bingo league, Kipo.
Yeah, it's the League of Controversies. That is a controversy that I do not think will ever be able to be 100% solved.
It was weird. I honestly, I was really stressed after the restream was setting up because I could not get it to work, and I was just burnt out. So I was just yelling with the restream in the background or something, and then I look at the stream and there's flames erupting. So
Jeff's computer lit on fire. It was fun.
That was fun to solve, but came to the conclusion Mr. Yato did deserve the goal because he did.
Yep.
And the rest was history from there. He also played. Did he play? He did 2 matches, right? He did Despin and I gotta get this site back up.
Who did who play?
Mr. Yato.
Yato played Despin and where is Yato? Where'd you go? Oh, Deathline.
Yato and Deathline, okay. And lost against Deathline. Deathline feeling like apparently he speed bullied Yato. I think that's one of the few matches I did not see this week. Oh wait, no, I think I commentated it. I don't remember.
You did commentate it.
It's early, okay? It's not early, but I slept 6 hours, so I don't know. I don't remember that match too much. I think it did come down to speed in parts, or at least the card was kind of speed oriented, but
yeah, I'm looking at the card now. It looks like there was kind of just a lot of Bianco.
This meta was supposed to fix Bianco, so
Yeah,
There you go.
it had like 10 goals from Bianco.
Lego.
The infamous episode 8 episode shines.
Oh, I hate that. I hate when it's 8 episode shines and 1 episode 8. Ugh. Hate that. 8 from 1.
Also,
Just
also Bianco Shadow Mario.
too much. Too much. It's I hate that
Boss
stuff.
rematch. Bianco
God, that's so stupid.
Also
Whatever.
a butterfly, 7 birds. 5
That's the
bosses.
stupidest card. Yeah, I'm remembering this now. That's the stupidest card ever. You just can't even trade at that point. Like you
Yeah,
can technically.
You just take the L. It's like, oh, okay, yep, hard to contest Bianco early.
It's not even like you can stop that because
Hey, 3 bosses too, just to add on to it.
I think Deathline is so much faster than Yado, where it's like even the 4 Floodless can't break it up because 4 Floodless is not that much slower. It's kind of the Piano, same thing with Piano 3 Damageless. It's like 5 seconds slower.
Yeah.
It's like if you're faster than someone, you're probably just gonna save that time in Bianco too. Like,
Yeah, Bianco 2 is enough to save that time.
yeah.
But
At Deathline's level, it's like if you have a 118, you can save like 10 seconds over Yado at that point in Bianco 2 alone. Especially if you're playing on NTSC-J. I don't think Deathline does, but whatever.
There was also 15 Bianco Blues, Bianco 100, and 2 Rocket Nozzles.
Dude, that card is so toxic.
And 100 in a secret.
That's a toxic card.
That is a very bad card.
Yeah, that might be one of the worst cards I've seen.
That's just like Yado just cries, and it's all pain. And
Well, that's an
sadness.
example of some of the stuff we're trying to fix right now. So
Yeah, there shouldn't be like 73 goals that work with one place
yeah, it's
on a
it's
25 goal
cursed.
bingo board.
That's something I actually forgot to bring up, like in the patch talk meeting. That's cursed.
Yeah, that's a really cursed card.
Yeah, it should not have happened. But anyway, it is what it is. Moving forward, we'll get it resolved. Lego, he did not necessarily have the best match against. Who was it?
Tomato or Deathline.
I think it was Deathline. Deathline and Tomato, or just Deathline?
He played both of them.
You played both? Okay. Yeah,
They were
Lego.
both kind of painful for him.
Yeah, he's pretty much. He has a little speed advantage, a disadvantage at this point against both. I think last season he would have been probably on par with Tomato in terms of speed, but Tomato's been grinding a lot.
Yep.
So it hurt for him a little bit. What are you gonna do? He doesn't have, he works a full-time job, wakes up at like 5, so hard to really commit to SMS at the level he would probably like to. Even though he's a good router. Derp did not play. We already talked about Tomato. Darkman we talked about, right?
Yep.
Pink and Mojungo did not play. May did not play. Did May play?
They played Denial.
Okay, May did play Denial. How did that go? I don't remember.
Denial had a good invasion.
Denial's a smart guy. I'm not. Yeah, he's pretty good at invasion. I think his gameplay is something that can hold him back sometime.
Yeah, I think Denial's main weakness right now is just gameplay, and I think that will come with time, because he used to be a bit faster than he is now, so I think it should be easy enough for him to get back to at least where he was.
Yeah. Zale
Lost to Schmidt.
lost to Schmidt. Yeah, Schmidt also getting a 2-0 this week. Another player with a 2-0, which is pretty solid.
Yes.
He
Schmidt
probably
definitely
grinded
did.
more than anyone else, like Div 1
Yeah.
included, during the off season.
Yeah, Schmidt played a lot.
Schmidt was doing a bingo like every day for a while, so he definitely put the work in.
Yep. I think that's pretty much it for matches.
Yeah, Vipa didn't play, Mars didn't play, and then Tanuki Mario. New player, just trying to
We got
figure.
Jeff Compass Peaches.
What's up?
We forgot Jeff Compass.
Oh yeah,
Peaches.
I played Peaches. I think we skipped over Peaches entirely, actually.
Yeah, Peaches isn't real.
Sorry, Peaches. Yeah, I played Peaches. I think we skipped over me by extent. I guess we talked about me versus JJ, but
Yeah.
me versus Peaches. Did a little row control. Pretty I don't know. Peaches made a little misstep at some point, just like pretty competitive throughout the match, but then did Wiggler, and then I think it just was over.
Yeah, I
pretty
think
much.
he misread you in one spot for the entire match, and it was just like that's what happened.
Yeah, so there were gelato hiddens on the card, which he thought he sniped me to, and then when I clicked 4 from 3, he thought that was gelato 2, I think.
Yeah.
So pretty fair mistake. I think my 4 from 3 was like a little obscured, so he probably just didn't know. Hard to read that sometimes.
Yep.
But yeah, let's look at a few of these matches in depth. Do you have the stream open?
Yes.
Okay, good. So yeah, my sound never transfers between scenes, so I gotta always add them over. All right, we're good again.
Okay.
Yeah, so blues on this card actually, this might be one of the better blues cards I've seen actually in a little bit.
Yeah, blues actually were okay. 30, 40, and then 60 went over to Despin. But
That's a pretty good steal. I mean, honestly, Despin got in a pretty decent steal there.
it was shown though that was like because the controversy was surrounding 40 totals, if I remember correctly. So Yato knew that Despin had 40. I think the controversy would have been much worse if Despin didn't get 60.
Yeah. Basically, with the 40 totals, so that was a drafted goal by Despin. So if he got the 40 totals first, he would have had to click it, and even if he didn't, we would have to give it to him. Because, like, if it was during the draft period, because you can't delay your draft goals. But it was like 30:05 or something, and Mr. Yato was basically waiting around for comms to unclick the goals. He was like paused on the gelato Sandshine text box, and yeah, did not fortunately did not capitalize on his blues a little earlier. He could have done it in pin 01. I could like try to set that up live on stream. That would be chaos, but I could try to do it right now. Should I do it? Might do it.
Might want to in future weeks rather than right now.
Yeah.
But it does sound chaotic.
Oh, I'm always fighting my technology, so I guess I just didn't think to try it. Mr. Yato. Okay, let me see if I can get that set up.
I said future weeks. It's okay. Jeff's already determined. And honestly, I'm all here for this chaos.
I mean, how hard would it be, right? I would just be setting up a thing, like a
Oh boy,
screen
here we go. Thank you, Schmidt.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Okay, we'll figure out future weeks. But, yeah, kind of a Pianta heavy card here. Which, it's interesting how this card played out, because you would think Despin would, like, get 6 from 2 with his play, but
Yep.
yeah, kind of didn't.
I don't even remember how Yato got 6 from 2. Looks like Rico and
Rico and Bianco, I think.
it might be Delfino.
It could be.
No,
with
I
that
think
goal,
that
it's like sometimes you just want to, like, secure it.
Yeah.
With
I think that
Delfino's.
is definitely Bianco. Yeah, never mind. I see Bianco Shadow Mario now.
Yeah. This card came down to at the end, like, Despin was ahead to 6 reds, Despin was ahead to 6 hiddens, and those were goals in his win con, but he kind of just ignored them, or like put them off a little bit too long,
Yeah.
and basically just lost those in a sequence. I think actually it started with 6 from 2. If he did EYG earlier, he would have gotten 6 from 2, but I think he was doing Noki at the time. Something Inoki. Maybe not
12
Noki.
Noki Blues, maybe.
Yeah, 12 Noki Blues. And then what happened was he felt the need to secure pin a Shadow Mario instead of 6 reds or 6 hiddens, which I think cost him the game, and I think he agreed.
Yeah, nothing Yato's shown says that he's been to Pinna, unless he thinks 4 from 3 was Pinna, which I can't actually tell where it is. Honestly, it might have been. It also could have been Gelato. I think it was Gelato.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was a really good match for Yato. I think he made like his early game was a little weak, but I think his late game calls were very strong.
Yep.
So Yato was just picking exactly what Despin needed to win, time after time, and pretty much just was joking him out of the win.
Yep.
Bianco Shadow Mario was held kind of ransom. I don't think Despin could have contested it, so Mr. Yato did not feel the need to secure it, whereas Despin felt the need to secure his Pinna stuff. And it kind of just came down to that, from what I remember.
Yep.
Starting off with like a pretty early Bianco 100 and a secret play from Yato, I think.
Yeah, and that was, I think, a little weird at the time, but I think also with 15 Bianco Blues, it's kind of fine.
It's an interesting counter on this card, to like progression.
Yep.
Honestly, there's a universe where maybe you just get the linked with that, and then maybe just rush links. Like try to like do Delfinos with your unlocks and just see if you can win out to Noki or to Pinna. Maybe against a faster player. Don't want to do that.
Yeah, I think you have to be a little scared, especially since it's pretty clear that there's a Pianta play here.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I think it'd be interesting though. Like, what if you kind of like the Bry guy? What Bry guy does is like
where
do something
he does
slow.
something slow, and then does a lot of fast things, and then just holds Pinna ransom.
Yeah. I really like that play when like the Bry guy as it's called. I think on this card, if it's like 2 fast players, a play you could do is like you do your 15 Bianco Blues, that your 100 in a secret, and then maybe like a Rico 1 with 50 for 50 from 2. You get 3 from blue trades, and like maybe you win out to Pinna.
Yep.
I don't know. That'd be a really interesting start on this card.
I agree.
But yeah, I love the like do the Delfinos play to get somewhere. It works really well in this card. You could honestly even do maybe like Pachinko for a red and then 6 from 2 later.
Yep.
So the Bry guy is basically there's a few things that are called the Bry guy, because Bry do be around for a while, but one of them is like doing Delfino. Like you do something slow in early game and then use Delfinos to neutralize it a bit.
Yep.
So let's say you like commit to like this Bianco 100 early, and then after you want Pinna, and you're like, well, shoot, did I sacrifice Pinna? Instead of that, you just do a bunch of Delfinos and just to neutralize Shine Count and still try to win out. It's a really good play. Sometimes it won't make sense. Here it would work well. 6 from 2 reds, 3 from blue trades. You get a little value for trading shines as opposed to just a useless trade.
Yep.
Bry guy is also like there's also a play where you like it's kind of like holding something ransom. Like you'll just like do 3 damageless and then do other stuff. And then, well, 4 from Piazza. You're not gonna want to do that at that point. That's what makes JJ like a good bingo player. It's kind of random, but he like doesn't care. You like if you show like 3 from blue trades on this card, you're like, oh, I don't care about 40. Like JJ's not gonna go for that. This is really random, but it's just talking about players
JJ
now.
will just go for 40.
JJ will be like, haha, F you, I'm getting 40. And you'll get 60 and then you'll cry.
Like yes. I don't know if that one's a Bry guy play, but that one's kind of a baseline play.
Everything's a Bry guy play. Come on. Doing Fruit Ladies is a Bry guy play, Keepa. Anyway, do you have anything else to say about this match?
Causing Jeff to have controversies with Fruit Ladies is a Bry guy play, Keepa.
All right, let's wrap this one up.
Is there a part 2?
There is a part 2. I have 3 cards here.
Oh, there's 3? Oh boy.
Oops, shit.
I bet I know what the third one is, Kiko.
Yep. Here was JJ versus me. Kind of an interesting one. Shine progression was like very good on this card, or not shine progression, but like deep Pianta was very good on this card.
Yep.
8 from 1, Pianta Shadow Mario, Pianta Hundo, 100 in a Secret, Pianta Hidden. 6 from 2, which JJ did kind of weirdly, but
Yep.
whatever. 16. So looking at the card, I really didn't know how to counter this. I think I did fine. I think what basically I started with 15 M's and Pianta 1. Probably what I should have done was 15 M's with Pianta 1 100s. Cut out the 100 in a Secret synergy there. Would have been enough to take from him. My logic behind this at the time was, like, what if he starts Rico for his 8 from 1? I'd want a little head step in Pianta so he can't, like, speed bully a 6 from 2 and 6 from Pianta or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was thinking at the time, but 100 from Pianta could have been a good little take. Because if I do 100 from Pianta, I guess my logic was like, well, I'm going to be behind to both Pianta and Rico, theoretically, if I get, like, sniped somewhere. So, but was the wrong call. What did you think about this match? I don't want to talk about my own match like that. It was one of the more interesting ones, I think, this week, so.
It's like, you kind of got, like, so there's almost 2 plays here. The Pianta one is by far stronger, but there's also the Rico synergy. There's also, like, the bosses with Rico, Serena Blues. That's still a very fine play. 5 Bluebirds, kind of weird with it. Obviously, that was a stupid close goal, even if it maybe shouldn't have been. But overall, it's definitely Pianta favored, and it was a little weird because it's like, how do you steal things? Pianta hundreds is definitely a steal point. You're probably not winning to Pinna, so maybe try to steal something like 20 lives. And then, yeah, most of the other goals are kind of... You could try to steal blues as well, since you did have 15 Ms. But, like, so there was definite goals that you could pick and kind of, like, snag from it. But for the most part, even then, you're still, like, struggling a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I started this match with, like, a 6 or 7 goal deficit. Like, it was a little... I don't want to get this card against you. Like, you do not want this card against a fast player. If I lost birds, the match probably would have been over.
Yeah.
Like, pretty early on. Like, not actually, but obviously. But it would have been... Oof! That would have been ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of just came down to some... I was actually in a pretty good spot. Came down to some late game decisions. I did Serena instead of... like, Noki at the point. And I think my logic behind that was JJ is, like, gonna think he's behind in Pinna, and he needs to scrap for some win cons here.
Yep.
So I thought he would maybe just try for, like, some Serena stuff, but it was just the wrong call. It's hard. You're not gonna make the right calls in bingo all the time. I defend my decision-making process, even if it's wrong.
Yeah, because I mean, you're ahead to Noki, so you're probably safe there. But Serena Hidden or 3 Fruit Ladies, I don't know what the last clicks were, but those 2 goals are both just kind of sitting there. He can do them at any point.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that's basically just kind of how it is. It's just, you are generally going to get... fuck, where was I trying to take this? So basically what these plays are doing is basically I'm going to immediately get 9 goals, and now you have to try to guess every single... It's like you have to make 4 correct 50-50s in a row to even maybe win.
Yeah, and I thought his 50-50 would be Serena, which I understand has less logic to it, but...
Yep. And
what are you gonna do?
There's the 50-50. and like there's other ones, like obviously maybe you steal 3 fruit ladies, or 3 rockets, I guess also was something you could have taken, maybe.
Yeah. To JJ's credit, 3 fruit ladies, he did those pretty early. Definitely saw them as part of his win con, which they were.
Yep.
So did them, like showed a few Pianta clicks, and then like took a little break, unlocked stuff, and then did the fruit ladies.
Yep.
Um, there's a world in this card where maybe I try to race JJ to do Pianta and ignore blues, because he stopped for blues. I don't know if it would be enough for me to like, for a player like me to really still win Deep Pianta, because I'm definitely, like, when it comes to any percent shines, I suck essentially. But if he's stopping for 16 Pianta blues, there might be a universe where I can still win Shadow Mario 8 from 1 Pianta hidden and be ahead to Rocket, but I should have taken the risk maybe, but I did not have the cojones to do it here.
Yeah, because if you basically replace 16 Pianta blues with Pianta 3 damageless, you actually just cry.
Yeah,
but...
I mean, well, it's over at that point. Like, oh, it's not over, but it's like, wow, that's just like I literally cannot even do anything.
Yeah, but 16 Pianta blues at least slows him down a little bit. I don't remember if he did it in Pianta 6 or earlier.
He did it in 6, which that might have given him the lead over me, because I think he even got an early cycle.
That much slower.
No, it's not. I mean, it's like, we're talking like 50 seconds for like 10 blues, and the other ones you could just route in. Like, you get the M in 3, you get the Moon in 3, and then the other ones you route in, you get the M in Pianta 5, and yeah.
Yep.
I think he got an early cycle too, so
yeah, so that's basically just most of the time lost.
Yeah, I would be yeah, so it wouldn't go well if I raced him in Pianta, so. But yeah, interesting card. JJ forgot about 6 from 2, so he didn't do Delfino. He didn't do Delfinos into Noki, which would have won him the game. He just did 6. So to JJ's credit, like we were talking about a few minutes ago, he's very good at like saying F you, I want the goals that you're ahead to. And despite me showing Pinna, which I knew he would do this, like I knew the logic for him was like Pinna has 3 goals, I'm doing other stuff. I just went back to Pinna too late, and therefore he won Bells, 6 from 2, Pinna 5 from the back colorless by like 30 seconds maybe.
Yep, that's just the point you made earlier with the you can't like hold something ransom.
Yeah.
It's just like JJ will just do it anyways.
And I think I played for my opponent pretty well on this card otherwise, because I knew JJ would just do a deep Pianta. I've seen it. We've seen this. Yep. He's done it 3 or 4 times before. Maybe not 3 or 4, but at least 2. It's just a JJ play. I pretty much read him well. I think the 9 Sereno was like logical, despite it being not the right call. I think it makes sense to say JJ will do something stupid. Sorry, JJ. You're good at bingo. It's not an insult. It's like stupid as in what you wouldn't expect. But I was kind of expecting the unexpected there, and yeah, just didn't pay off. But yeah, let's do another card unless you have anything else to say about this one.
I do not.
This is kind of the thesis of like, I mean, I could have won this regardless, but this is something we're trying to address, is like the 8 from 1 kind of stuff right now with Shadow Marios and 6 from 2 all showing up. But I don't blame this card on the meta. I blame it on my routing still regardless, but I do think I had a little deficit.
Yep.
Alright. So, Ramato versus... Shit. Okay, great. Ramato versus Peaches. I really wish I got the draft for this. I apologize. I messed up. So I do apologize for that. I'll open it right now and like look at it again. In future weeks, I will make sure I have the draft up. But yeah, this was you commentated this match, right?
Yeah, I commentated both Ramato matches, and I was in pain for a majority of it.
Yeah, I mean, Ramato bullied the new quote unquote Division 1 players this week. Granted, there's no Division 1 players, but there's no Division 1 at all. But if we go by the old system, Peaches and Mason would have been Division 1. So gave them a little warm welcome, and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna speed bully you and also route bully you because I'm good at bingo. Take it,
Yep.
and can't do anything about it."
Yeah.
Bring up the draft.
The
right
draft.
now.
I have slight memories of the draft.
No, I'm
all I
bringing it
know
up
is
right
Ramato
now.
draft. All I know is Ramato drafted 4 from Gelato.
Yeah, Romano
I
did
yelled-
draft 4 from Gelato.
I yelled at him for it.
So the draft was Peaches drafted 15 M's, 23 Rico Blues, complete a boss rematch, 2 Hidden Reds hoverless, and 8 NPCs. Whereas Ramato drafted 15 Bianco, 5 Links, 4 Pianta, 45 totals, 4 Gelato Shines.
Yep. Ramato had
Yeah.
4 good goals and then 4 Gelato Shines, which just made him negative brain. And then Peaches had the weird 2 Hidden Reds hoverless draft that could have been traded out for, it might have been totals. I think
Yeah,
totals
he
was
could have
the
gotten
best.
totals. I think it was like Links and totals is what he could have taken.
Yeah.
And he took 2 Hidden Reds hoverless and boss rematch, I think.
Yeah.
Or, no, I think it was. I don't know.
Couldn't
I'll get the
Links.
slider for the next weeks. We'll figure all this out, but yeah, it was interesting. He ended up doing Pianta to start the match, which I know it's a big. I know it's a big surprise starting Pianta Kipo, but
True.
yeah, even though Romano drafted 4 Pianta Shines, what Peaches did was he kind of did a JJ. Rushed it from the start, which honestly makes sense. I mean, Pipes is undrafted, which I think Pipes would have been a better draft for Romano
Yep.
due to that. Because there was still a lot of Pianta value at that point.
Yeah,
There
that
was,
or 8 NPCs. Either one of those would have been better, I think.
Yeah. You even get like a, sort of out of the way secret for it.
Yep.
There's a lot of value in Pianta here. 5 from 2. So it was yeah. 4 Gelato was not a huge deal. I think it was just to throw Peaches off. It's not like Ramato like threw the match or anything. Well, it's not a big deal. It's just maybe not the best. But yeah, I liked Peach's moves. I actually really liked Peach's moves throughout this match. I think he made pretty much most of the right calls until late game.
Yeah, outside of the, it was like the draft was bad and that he played fine, but like he had some issues with like he clicked 6 pipes before 4 Pianta Shines was clicked. You don't want to give that information up. The odds that Ramato's done anything outside of maybe Beach Pipe is small. Serena was 1 goal, 2 goals maybe. I guess like secrets or something, but I would not have been worried about him doing Serena 1. There's enough logic there that I think you could have just delayed it until Ramato might commit to a little more.
Yeah.
But he clicked both a bit too early. Ramato had enough information. But yeah, I mean, I think the Pianta play was a good start. I think the main issue for Peaches was just like delay click timing.
Yeah, I agree because like if you have 4 from Pianta, that's a pretty good indicator. You see 4 from Pianta, yeah, maybe he does have Beach Pipe, right? So you want to maybe wait like a minute after that.
Yeah.
Minute like 15 ish even, but if you want to play risky. Because Ramato can't delay 4 from Pianta. I guess you could be worried that maybe did Pianta 1 hundo after,
Yep.
so maybe you just want to do, because Pianta 3 is quick, maybe you just delay it like 45 seconds just to be safe.
Yep.
Instead of like timing it for early cycle, or for Pianta 5. But yeah, it wasn't a big. Yeah, I mean it was an unfortunate lack of a delay, but information is very important in bingo, and I do think Peaches made most of the right calls early on. It just,
Yeah.
I think the end was just a little. I don't even think he made like horrendous calls at the end. I think he just made the wrong calls.
Yep.
I remember he was going hard for 4 hiddens, but like I don't think Ramato had much interest in that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, Ramato kind of didn't care.
Yeah, and that's like probably the worst thing you could do in a bingo. Like not by your accord, right? But just if it happens this way, it happens. Where like you go for a goal, you're ahead two, but you don't realize your opponent doesn't care,
Yeah.
and then they're setting up for like everything else. It happens.
Yeah, usually you wanna figure out if there's information there that tells you, oh, this is something that I want right now.
Yeah.
But it was kind of just misprioritizing what was actually threatened.
Yeah, and yeah, Ramada brings up his gameplay was a little weaker than usual. The only thing I really remember was his Bianco Hundo had a little was a little tragic, but Bianco Hundo's kind of a scam anyway, Kipo, so it's fine.
True.
But yeah, I don't know if I have like a ton much more to say about this match. I think it kind of writes itself.
Yep.
A little here. I think there were very legitimate ways Peaches could have won this match. Like it was not over at all until late game, and I think that shows a lot of strength from Peaches and improvement. Like he was in Division 3. He improved very quickly there. Division 2, he obviously won the season, almost undefeated, and Season 1, and being in quote-unquote Division 1, or playing Division 1 players, more so, he's showing pretty good. Like, you're obviously not going to win against Romano. No, it's not going to happen, but all you can really ask for is putting up a good fight.
Yep.
And you still can win. Like, it does happen. Like, Larvitar pulled it out. Samurai Man pulled it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's impossible, but it's definitely a good sign for Peaches. I think that he's joining this upper echelon and is putting up very good fights against some of the best players.
Yep.
So I think that's what I took away from this match. Definitely shows Ramado can be beaten under the right circumstances. Trey also beat Ramado. Because Ramado ate a spicy pizza and it was just downhill from there.
Ramado sucks. That's what I'm getting from this.
That's why Ramado removed Connect 5 Kipo.
True. He's scared.
Because Trey's not even in the league anymore. Trey's doing any percent now. Now he bopped Ramado. Or he tied Ramado, I think. So anyway.
I think Peaches is just Trey.
Peaches beat Trey. I remember at the start of season 2, like in scrims, like 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for our cards we're looking at today. In the future, if anyone has any matches like you really want us to look at, like please just DM me and we can have it on the podcast. We kind of just chose a handful here, but just DM me in the future or post it in the Bingo Discord like, hey, I want this to be on the cast. We'll probably do it because we're not that full of these matches right now. So
yeah, we'll talk about things if we're given things to talk about.
Yeah, it was hard to kind of just choose out some matches here, but it's also hard to like talk about every match and keep this a good length. So we're gonna go back to the other screen now.
We did it.
Okay. So yeah, I guess to wrap this up, we'll talk about. God, I can't talk. I'm so tired. I'm sorry.
Matchups?
Let's talk about this week's matchups. Yeah, should really get this on screen in the future. There will be improvements. I said that last week, but I also forgot. So I'm sorry.
The improvement was we actually got to look at cards. Keep it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get the Lego slider on stream soon. That shouldn't be too hard to set up. It's just I don't know, Lego. I don't know with my audio. Things just do things. I'm not good at technology. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, it's not really a surprise. I suck at technology. Y'all are like so good at it, and I'm just like, I have computer. I press the space bar to type. It's like that's pretty much my approach. So go easy on me. Anyway, week 2. Mojungo versus Darkman. What are your? I don't know. I don't know if I really have much to say about this match. It should be should be good.
I don't know. This seems like an even matchup.
I'd say that's
Darkman
even.
Darkman lost both of their games last week, but Mojongo didn't play. I think it'll be fine. I don't think the difference between Mojongo and Darkman is very huge.
No. Hasn't been scheduled yet, so we don't know the format, so can't really add any thoughts on that. Some of these matches are still being scheduled, so most of them usually get scheduled right away because we don't have a ton of time between finding out your competitors and scheduling. So
yep,
lots of players are scheduling quickly. Not a ton to say about that. We don't know the format, but Mojongo and Darkman pretty even. We'll see.
Yep.
Whoever shows up better that day will win, probably.
Mm-hmm.
JJ versus Rasmus. That's actually a very interesting. Very interesting.
I like that matchup. Rasmus is probably like, damn. But I don't know. I think that's a fun matchup.
That is a fun matchup. I mean, I don't think this one's been scheduled either. I'm looking at the
Probably
SMS.bingo. Not been scheduled yet, so don't know the format for this either. Maybe in the future we'll consider moving this down the line, but we can't really do it on Wednesday, so Tuesday's like our only day we can really do this. So because we can't do it on Wednesday because that's when matches start. So
Rasmus won't pick Invasion, or I don't think he even can pick Invasion. He's not gonna pick regular. I bet he picks Draft.
I think Draft would probably be a good choice. How does Rasmus feel about Row Control?
I'm pretty sure he really likes Row Control too.
He might pick Row Control.
Either of those are good options.
But don't think JJ has shown okay Row Controls. I think he had like an okay match against Ramato, but I don't think it's his strong suit.
You could also just avoid JJ in Draft is a wild card, so honestly Row Control might be safer.
I personally would just do Row Control against JJ between draft. I did a draft against JJ once, and I'm just like, yeah, he's too good at missing. He's too good at being like sneaky and hiding information and doing Serena 4 before you even do like 2 levels. So for that reason, I don't like draft against JJ. I think he's actually pretty good at draft. Maybe for like not the obvious reasons. He's just good at hiding stuff.
Yep.
Like his drafts are usually not even like insane. Like he doesn't
I feel like he usually loses draft and then just wins the gameplay after.
Because he'll just like do, okay, I drafted like all these Rico and Pianticles. All right, I'm just gonna go do Serena 4. Like, all right.
Yep.
Like, all right. Well, now what do I do?
You're like, which of these goals could I steal from JJ? When the correct answer is just all of them.
You could take all of them. Like you could literally just play for JJ's draft, except if it's like 15 M's, right? Like you're not gonna get that. Unless it was like Danny versus JJ. Danny could have gotten 15 M's. But I think even then it's like you're too scared to go for it. Cause it's like, all right, well, how does he not have 15 M's? Like I don't want to commit to this.
Yep. The answer is he already did Serena 6.
JJ will do King Boo this season. That's my hot take for this season.
Would not be surprised.
JJ is gonna end up doing like Serena 8 or something. Like he's gonna see 8 episodes, like episode 8 with 9 pipes and bosses, and just do like Serena 8. Anyway, Mr. Yato versus Dex. That's a pretty even matchup there, I think.
Yeah. Yato's playing well.
Yato is playing very well. He's very good at reading information right now.
I guarantee you Dex does not feel 100% confident in that match.
And Invasion. You should not.
Invasion between those two, yeah, that's still pretty good for Yato.
Yato knows Invasion is the thing. Like, he since Season 1, I think he was even in the Invasion qualifier tournament. Like, yeah, his first Invasion's not the most glamorous thing, but since then, he's really put a lot of work into Bingo. Juan and Mason and everyone coached him last season. And he's pretty good at an Invasion now, I'd say, for where he is. So
Yato is cracked, I agree.
Maybe Dex thinking he can Dex is a lot faster. That might be part of the logic with picking Invasion. Usually if you're faster in Invasion, you can
if you're confident in picking a row, then it's really good.
Yeah.
You rarely will get like cards where it's like, I don't know what to actually start.
Yep.
But Yeah, it should still, even with like, as long as it's not like truly terrible row, it should be fine.
Speaking of invasion, we have Mr. Yato versus God, I'm sorry. Lego versus. Oh wait, no, hold on. I'm jumping way too far. I did not sleep well. Okay. Regardless, next up is Lego versus Schmidt. This is not a speaking of invasion moment. I don't know what they're playing, but this
Schmidt, tell
feels
us,
kind of
Nico.
even to me right now. I don't know if you agree with me on that.
Yeah. Lego could win, Schmidt could win. It depends if Schmidt shows up or not, or if Lego shows up or not, gameplay wise. Because both aren't the most consistent at playing the video game.
Yeah. Um, it's a regular. It's at 9:30 a.m. PDT, so I won't be awake probably, Kipo. But regular should favor a faster player a little bit on paper, but I think Lego has more of a chance, and he'd give himself credit for.
Yeah,
Doesn't.
I think that speed doesn't really matter until you get to like the Div 2 level.
Yeah, I
When
agree.
it comes to regular.
Because it's like any percent
Um,
times at this level, I don't really think they matter until like
Yep.
because it's just like okay, you're any percent times 5 minutes better. Great. Like, are you good at getting blues? Like, are you
Yeah.
good at doing hundreds? Are you good at doing Bianco 3R? Like, doesn't matter that much.
Yep.
But it should be a good one. Should be a pretty even match. It could go either way. I would say. Then we have Rasmus's. I don't know. We have RSW's second match of the week, which will be versus Deathline. So RSW playing like a very top player on one end, and then on the other hand playing a player who's a little bit below him.
Yeah.
So kind of an interesting
This
range.
was Deathline's match he wanted to dodge. Outside of Ramato, who he really wanted to dodge. Rasmus was like the person he's like, God, please don't give me Rasmus.
Rasmus is a good router. Rasmus is solid. Like, you know, he might not be the best bingo player of all time, but he's overall solid. I think that's the important picture here. He's pretty consistent. He's not slow. He's a smart guy. So he's solid. Like, I think he's well rounded is how I would put Rasmus.
Yep.
As a player, and
Rasmus can do whatever he needs to.
yeah, and it's gonna be a draft, which I don't know how Rasmus's draft is. Deathline has been doing a lot of draft scrimming recently, like at least 5 a week.
Mm-hmm.
We did a draft. Me and Deathline did a draft last night, actually. He did pretty well. He held his own against me pretty well. So,
Yep.
Deathline, I think, will go far in the league if he believes in himself. Deathline has a problem where he's like always saying, "Oh yeah, I suck, I'm washed," when he's actually pretty good for where he is.
Yep.
So I hope he goes far. I could see this match going to Deathline if Rasmus gets too greedy with something.
Yep. Deathline has a chance. Rasmus is definitely favored though.
Yeah. Yup. Jukatox versus Lego. What are your thoughts?
Depends on if Juka's controller is fine.
I think she ordered a new one like a week ago. It's already shipping, so
If it's there for her, then it's Juka favored, but Lego's fine.
yeah. It's Invasion, and Lego, I think, in part picked this because Lego in Season 2 had a very good Invasion match against Urbani, who is very fast.
Yep.
And Lego almost won. Like, he had a few things where if he just played a little better, he probably could have won that match.
Yep.
So, I think that's probably part of his logic by picking Invasion. He knows... Invasion's not just about speed. I think people forget sometimes. There is a lot of routing involved in Invasion. There's a lot of decision-making involved. There's a lot of predicting your opponent. It's kind of like a game of chess, and I think Lego made a very good decision.
Yep.
So.
Yep, I agree. Lego, I think the format's smart. I also don't know what else you could even pick. Maybe row control would be fine, but regular sounds gross. I don't think draft sounds great.
Nope, it's a good pick. Darkman versus Dingeman. I I don't know. Either way.
Lego keeps spelling it Dingerman, and it makes me laugh.
Yeah, Lego type Dingerman in the chat, or in the announcement.
I love it.
It is kind of funny. Dingerman's actually probably favored. I think I'm not giving enough credit. He's done pretty good in scrims. He's beaten Deathline.
I think of the people who are rated 78, it was kind of expected that Dingeman would probably be the best of them.
Yeah, he's good. He's getting good. He's like Schmidt. He's like putting in the work. He's trying. It's Dingeman, so the way Lego typed it would be Dinger Man. I don't know.
Dingman?
I don't know. I'm just gonna blame Lego and call it a day.
Dinge German? Dingy Man.
He's Dutch.
Dingy Man? Denga Man. Denga Man? Oh, that was not what I was expecting.
Okay. Let's ban Peaches, Kipo.
Ding Dong Guy? True.
Ding Dong Ditch.
Yep.
So,
Denga Man. Okay, Denga Man. Sure.
Tomato versus Pinkish. I think this is pretty Tomato favored right now.
Yep.
Regular
Pretty
lockout.
Heavily Tomato. Yeah, even regular probably does not help. That sounds like it helps Tomato. No, that might be fine for Pink.
Pink is still faster than Tomato, I think.
Yeah.
But
that might help Pink a little bit, but I don't love it.
Yeah. I think she really just hasn't been able to play the game recently because she's been moving.
Yep.
So honestly, I think, you know, I think it's probably gonna hurt her a little bit just because, you know, Tomato's been grinding very hard, and Pink not really able to be part of the community for the past few weeks. I'm sure as the season goes on, Pink will probably like to put more effort in. But I think right now she's just unable to like play the amount she would like to, and it's totally fair. Like that's kind of the benefit of the league system right now. You don't have to grind super hard. But yeah, it probably will go Tomato's way.
Yep. Tomato is a grinder. Pink is not a grinder. For many different reasons. It's obviously like not a bad thing to not play, but Tomato's been putting in a lot of work to improve, and I think it's gonna continue to show, because it showed last week, and I think it's going to continue this week.
I agree with you. Mason versus who you called the best router of Division 2 last season.
Who?
Game Stable.
Oh, Game. Yeah. I don't know if that's true anymore.
I don't know if it was true to begin with. Sorry, Game.
I would still stick with it being true to begin with, but
I don't know. He's a smart guy. Don't get me wrong. He's a smart guy. I don't know. It's just like best router is a big thing to say, right?
Yeah.
But he's a smart guy.
Div 2 sucks at routing. It's okay.
Div 2 had their moments last season.
I'm trash.
Div 2 was very inconsistent last year. That's all I'm gonna say. Besides Peaches.
Peaches just showed our inconsistency because Peaches won Keepo.
I think what it was like there's at the start of Division 2 last season, there's players who are like arguably like better than Peaches, but like Peaches was like maybe the most consistent at execution and routing.
Yeah,
and kind of just exposed a bunch of people. Kind of exposed that a bit. That's my theory for why Peaches went undefeated during the main season. I don't know. Maybe that's a bunch of BS, but that's what I'm gonna go with. Anyway.
Yep. Div 2 sucks. Keepo.
They don't. I think there was just inconsistencies. But anyway, they're playing draft, which I think Game nailed that pick.
Yes.
That is a very solid pick. Mason hates draft. Mason actually hates draft. He's beaten me in it before, so he's pretty. He can hold his own in it, but he hates draft, man. Like I remember like when draft came out, he's like, I hate this format. I'm gonna forfeit all my matches if I get draft. He's not forfeiting this one, so that's good. But yeah, Game nailed it. I don't know if it'll be enough to win.
Mason's still favored, but I don't know. Game could be fine.
Yep. He's been grinding. Game has been on the grind with capitals. No, yeah, really. I don't think he has. I think he's just joking.
He's was on vacation, but he's played a little bit. He's done some scrims. Him and Tomato are scrim partners.
That's good. That's cute. I like that. Yeah, I don't have much to say about that match. It should go Mason's way, but Game could win. I'd like to see Game get like a big win at some point. I feel like he hasn't gotten like a big win in a while.
Last season it was. I think he just got really close a lot.
He beat Rick.
Oh no,
Kibo.
he beat me.
He did beat you.
Yeah, I can't beat Game. It's actually impossible.
He also beat the legendary Rick Rex.
The classic.
Classic.
That was a match. We don't bring up that match. That was a match.
Oh, I was just memeing because I just Rick forfeited, so I assumed he just got a Rick win.
No, I think he actually beat Rick, but it was painful.
It kind of does sound like pain. Derp Space versus Bread Ghost is the next match.
Oh yeah, Noki showed Mario. That's right.
Yeah, I remember that. That's a flex because Rick is like really good at Noki 6. So if you beat Noki Shadow Mario, it's kind of a flex. Because Game probably did like Red Cycle or something, and Rick would have been like, "What is this? What is this strat?" Yep. So it's a flex. That's what I'm gonna rule it out as anyway.
Assuming Game Stable knows what cycle he makes.
Game probably makes like he probably has no idea. He's probably just like, "There's cycles in this level. Keep it."
Yeah. He probably makes the third green cycle.
The third. I think it was at a point where it was like he did Piantissimo and the last goal was like 8 from 1. Or it was either 8 from 1 or 1 Shadow Mario. And I think he had like Rico 5 open as well. So I think it was... No, it was like something else where it was like technically faster to do Noki over something else. I don't know. He won. He did Noki Shadow Mario. It's like the only time in the league that's happened, so that's cool.
Yep.
Anyway.
Learning how SMS speedsters are all quite toxic. It's true.
Exactly.
Everybody who's fast is extremely toxic.
Yes.
And me, I'm also toxic, but I don't count.
Oh, okay. What do we got? Dirt versus Bread. That could go either way. It's Invasion.
I don't know.
I mean, they're both.
I still don't know enough about Bread Ghosts. I'd say it's probably Dirt favored.
It's tough to say. It's really tough to say. Like,
it's a toss-up.
Derp hasn't been. To add to the confusion, Derp has not really played the last month. They had to go out of town for a camp or something. So they're probably not, like, their biggest advantage over Bread, which might be speed, might not really be a thing right now. I don't know.
Yeah, to me it's like a coin flip, but I could definitely see either winning. If anyone wins, I think it's Derp just due to experience, but
We have an insider saying that Bread scrimmed Derp and they crushed him, so
I don't know who that insider is, so
yeah.
Kappa.
So we have inside information there. So maybe Derp will. I could see Derp probably being favored here, but I don't know. Bread's been scrimming. I will say Bread's Invasion is one of his weaker formats right now because I don't think he's played it or seen it too much, but he's scrimming it a lot. He'll get good at it.
Oh, the insider is Bread. Oh, it makes sense.
No, I don't think it was.
Oh, damn. Who the hell was your insider? Ramato, you're banned. Alright. Anyways.
Let's see. What else do we got here? Despin versus Tomato. Now, this might be Tomato's first match where I don't think he's favored.
I think it's even.
That's interesting. What's the format?
I don't know if they've scheduled yet.
Row control. Okay. If it's row control, I'll give you it's even.
Yeah, that seems even to me.
Row control makes it even. I would say that makes it even.
I mean, if it was regular, it's pain. If it's
Oh yeah.
Invasion, it might be fine. If it's draft, I'd probably also give it to. That might be also even, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say it's about even. I mean, Despin hasn't really played row control that much, as far as I
Yeah.
know. Maybe done a few scrims.
Yeah, I don't know what Despin's experience is with that format. I know Tomato knows it. I would say it's even.
Yep. Despin's good.
Tomato-
Despin is the type of guy where he will try to get really good at something. If he like sets his mind to it, Despin will get good at it, and that's what Tomato has to be scared of, because
Yep.
Despin gets good at row control this week, might hurt a little bit.
Yep.
But we'll see. I mean, I don't know. Despin could also just not do any scrims and flop Kipo, but we'll see.
True.
Zale versus May. I'd say that's probably Zale favored.
Yeah.
Zale looked fine against. Who did they play? God, I can't remember anything.
Zale played. Was that Schmidt?
Zale played Schmidt, and they looked fine against Schmidt. I think they ended up losing like 3 minutes in Bianco 6 or something, and it was kind of just
but
sadness.
Zale
from
made
there.
a lot of good calls during the match.
Yeah.
It was just a little unfortunate ending.
Yeah. You hate to see it.
Happens.
It does happen. That's the big picture.
Bianco 6 has been cursed for a lot of people so far this
Bianco 6 sucks. I hate Bianco 6. I mean, this is just like a side tangent. I just hate Bianco 6.
season. Yeah,
Probably one of my
it's
like
absurd.
least favorite secrets in the SMS, or maybe my least favorite. It's just like you have to like write a block for like a minute. I don't know. Yeah, Zale also like exited area on like 5 lengths, kind of doing like a 10 shines, some shines run.
Sun shines.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
definitely hurt.
Yeah, exit areaing is usually a bad idea.
Exit areaing is a bad idea unless you do it with a blue coin text box to trigger Ramato. And even if you lose, you triggered Ramato, so you win. Kipo. That's why I do a bunch of exit areas with blues. Kipo.
Triggering Ramato is always a good idea.
But yeah, I don't know. Should be an interesting one. Linky versus Despin. Okay, I'll let you talk about this one because you know Linky better than I do.
Linky doesn't play enough to where I'd say he's favored here.
Yeah.
Did they get a format? I think they did.
I'm looking right now.
Invasion. Oh, that helps Linky a lot.
That helps.
Oh, Linky loves Invasion.
Linky is good at Invasion. I remember in the Invasion tournament, he just like murdered me.
Yeah, like of the 4 picks, I would have said Despin was favored in all of them, but Invasion. I think Linky might be slightly favored now.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. Like, is he gonna do, Serena 4 into Gelato 1 in the secret Kipo?
Yeah, if Linky trolls, yeah, it happens. But I think Invasion is a format that Linky knows well enough to know how to not be a dingus.
He's good at it.
Because I've said before that like Invasion has a tendency of routing itself.
Yep.
But so like yeah, Linky's probably not winning the first goal, but he'll figure it out as long as he doesn't like set up terribly for it or something.
Yep.
Linky will be more than fine, I think.
I agree. Next match, Dex versus Derp Space. Former 2v2 partners. Don't know if we have a variant pick yet.
I think they literally just picked.
Oh, like it's just been
Lockout.
Lockout. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I can see this going either way. I think Dex may be a little favored. Yeah, a little bit.
Derp can. It depends how rusty Derp is. Because if Derp's really rusty, it's just gonna be Dex. If Derp's capable of playing Super Mario Sunshine for the Nintendo GameCube, then he will be able to at least contend with Dex. Even if Dex is still probably favored, even with Derp playing well.
Yep, I'd say that's a pretty fair analysis. I mean, there's still some time. Derp will. I know Derp will do some ILs or runs or something this week, and it's not that hard. Like, Derp played a few weeks ago still, you know, maybe not that rusty.
Yeah.
So I have faith Derp will be able to do a little practice beforehand. So we'll see. I think it could be a good match. I don't think it's like really overly Dex favored yet.
Yep.
Derp had pretty good matches at the end of last season, honestly. So yeah.
Yep.
Let's go back to announcements.
Peaches, Danny.
Peaches Danny, dude. Peaches. So I typed in GB's Discord yesterday. Peaches is just getting bodied or something. And then I found out Peaches picked Danny. Anyway, so I was like, all right, I'm just going to delete that message.
It was like the 4th pick, and he couldn't pick his 2nd or 3rd, so it was basically just his 2nd pick.
Yeah.
It's not great, but he'll lose. Time to pull up the calculator. Oh, that's not the calculator. Where did I go? Danny Peaches is somewhere. It'll be 6. If he loses 6 points.
That's nothing. I mean, that's not a lot. But, yeah, that's an uphill battle for him. Danny, I don't understand, because he just, like, won't play for, like, months, and he'll just turn on the game and just be really good still.
Yeah, Danny's still 115 and probably could 114, like, if he just started tomorrow.
Dude, like, I remember Danny during the any percent,
Relay thing.
any percent relay. He didn't play for, like, months. I don't even think he, like, warmed up or anything. Just gets, like, a casual, like, 115. Like, who are you, dude? Like, can we ban this guy, Kipo? No, Danny's really good. He's very consistent. Blues and hundreds, maybe not his best thing in the world. So maybe Peaches can narrow the gap there a little bit if it comes down to that kind of stuff. But
I think Danny's still faster.
He is. That's why I said I said narrow the gap.
15.
Like narrow the gap. Like Peaches can catch up a little bit there. But
yeah, he can save time. Like there's some things that Danny's definitely favored in. They chose regular.
That's rough.
Danny favored.
Danny made the right call with everything, but like that's a little rough for Peaches.
Yeah, Peaches is not gonna have a fun week this week. It might be fine, but it's a little gross.
I don't know. I'd be, you know, I'm a Danny fan, but I'm also a Peaches fan. I'd like to see the it'd be cool to see the upset.
True. Upsets are cool. They
we'll
also
see.
tilt Ramato.
It's not over. It's not like, yeah, we're talking like it's like over for Peaches. It's not over. It's just hard. It's an uphill battle. That's it.
I think Gelato 15 is Peach's favorite. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that. Peaches is better at Gelato 15 than Danny.
Yep. He's got that on him.
Well, what's gonna happen though is Danny's gonna get like God RNG, and then Peaches is gonna get like the bad fish, and then Peaches will just lose time anyway. Kipo.
Birds have left.
The birds are not there. The fish is like swimming past the invisible wall. That's happened to me before, where I've like I can't even get the blue because like the fish is like already into the invisible wall. That's how far out it is. It's like, all right, I'm just gonna reset this run. Not even gonna bother.
Get flung by like 3 Cataquacks while trying to get a link.
Peaches does get hit by Cataquacks a little bit. All right, we're bullying. I'm sorry. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. May versus Tanuki Mario. May's favored. Tanuki Mario is still learning the game, I think.
Yeah. Tanuki by the end of the season could start to contest the bottom.
Yep.
But for now it's a little gross.
Yeah. I respect them for signing up though.
Yeah, and I'm happy that they signed up and they're going to, and if they're putting in the time to at least try to improve, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see new faces. Like, yeah, the matches might not go your way, but it's okay.
You're not gonna win every match starting out.
Yeah,
it's just not.
You're kind of expected to lose a lot of matches at the start. Like when I started, I lost 20 straight matches to Mason before I finally got one. And this was much slower Mason, yeah, it was just pain. Much slower me. But it's just to be expected.
They do have a 10 shines, no shines PB. They did
10
do
shines, no shines, PB?
a run of it. I saw it on their Twitch bio.
That's a Peepo arrive.
It is like 2 hours, but I respect it still.
You know, they got 10 shines.
I respect it because it's a good category and everyone should run it. But I have a lot of faith in them to get better. I'm proud of them for signing up because I definitely would not have the confidence to. So definitely a lot of credit goes to them.
Yep.
Denial versus Zale.
Denial favored,
Yeah.
but not by a significant margin. If like as I said, Zale can make the right decisions. It's just sometimes Zale falls apart.
Yep.
If Zale can fix the exit area issue, or the dying a lot in Bianco 6, but basically like if they can just like shore up their gameplay a little bit, this is still fine. Denial's definitely still not unrusty either. Denial's gonna die a few times. He's gonna watch the Pinna 1 cutscene. It's just Denial's way of playing the game too, but it'll be fine. I think this is a fine matchup. Did they schedule
They're doing regular.
regular? I don't think that changes anything. I think it's still roughly the same there. Where I'd say Denial's favored due to experience, but Zale can definitely play it.
Haywire versus Yato. It's probably another even matchup.
Probably Haywire favored.
A little
but
bit, yeah.
Not significantly. Also
What?
depends on matchup.
Let me go to SMS Bingo.
Invasion.
Ooh, so Yato's just playing Invasions this week.
Yeah,
Kind of a
Yato
people
wants to play
arrive.
Invasion.
That might give
don't-
Yato a pretty good edge, actually.
I don't know. I think that might bring it to even.
Yeah.
But Haywire's still faster. Haywire should be fine in Invasion. I don't think Invasion's like a weakness for them.
No, it's definitely not.
Haywire just overall, like, I don't think he really has a strong format or a weak format. It's kind of just all about the same.
Yep.
But Haywire, I think that's even or slight Haywire, but it should still be a good match. Kind of like what Haywire Dex was.
Yep. I'm looking forward to that one. Deathline versus Mason.
Definitely got a rough draw.
Deathline.
Mason and Rasmus.
What do they play? Lockout, which that actually helps Mason a lot. Mason's pretty good at Lockout.
Yep.
I'd say Mason's second best format is Lockout. I even thought for the longest time it was his first best, even though he thought Railroad Control was his best. I thought he was really good at regular, regardless, but...
Yeah, he might even still be better at regular than... Regardless, it's definitely Mason favored. Deathline doesn't have the experience. He does have the speed, and Mason has struggled with that in the past.
Yep.
So it's definitely not out of the woods for Deathline, but...
Deathline is faster by a little bit.
Yeah.
So, not like enough where Mason will get like speed bullied though.
Yeah.
So, speaking of a match where someone will get speed bullied, Ramato versus me.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Invasion, right?
I picked invade. I couldn't pick draft. I was gonna pick draft, and then Ramato like dug up a clause in the document saying if someone played draft last week, I can't pick it again. So
Ramato was trying to rig all the bracket stuff, trying to get his format pick.
Ramato thinks I am a fool for picking invasion. I defend it. I think it's actually a solid choice. I think it's fair. Am I gonna win? No. Am I gonna win no matter what? Probably not. My best chance was draft, and that's kind of out the window. So
Ramato cheated. That's what we'll just go with. He made the rules so that Jeff couldn't play him in draft in week 2.
Sag sit sip Christmas.
Yep.
But no, I actually defend my pick against Ramato. I think, yeah, he hasn't lost an invasion in a tournament match, but I don't think it's a. I think people will over exaggerate how much of a possibility I have at winning. It's not great. I'm not saying that. It's not like I can't win. And I think in this current meta, I really don't want to run the risk of getting a speed bully card in regular. So that's part of my reason I didn't pick Lockout. And I'm not picking Road Control. It's Ramato's bread and butter. So I actually defend my, even though Romano thinks I'm a fool, I defend my invasion pick very strongly. I'm going to stand by it until the match.
And then you get destroyed, and Ramada's like, "See, I told you you were stupid." And you're like, "This wouldn't have changed."
It wouldn't have it could have been it could have been regular. I probably will get destroyed as well. So it's just an unfortunate week for me. What are you gonna do? It happens. I have to play Romano eventually. I just would have rather played mid-season where I'm like more warmed up. But
Yep.
what are you gonna do?
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Game stabled versus Haywire.
That is game stabled favor.
That is game stabled favor. It's a little evenish.
I think I don't remember. I don't know if Haywire. They're playing in regular. Game Stable's gonna outroute Haywire. It just depends if like the route's good enough to beat Haywire's speed. Which Haywire is not like significantly faster than Game Stabled at this point, since Game's played enough to be like competent.
Yep. I don't think the speed difference is even that drastic.
Yeah.
Game did like an any percent run. I don't think he finished it, but he was like close to like Hayes PB at a certain point.
Yeah.
It's until like late game. It's not enough where Hay will have some stupid advantage over Game Stabled.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
probably
it's gotten
faster, but it's not like, oh wow, I'm gonna get speed bullied. Like it's just,
Yeah, it'll be fine. I think it's game favored regardless of format pick or anything like that. But you know, we'll do a regular showcase right after.
I'm probably not gonna want to play bingo after our match, so I'm gonna pass. we can route it if you want, and we'll talk about it.
If you're supposed to defend Hay when PK declared game, will def out route.
Was I?
Yeah, you can try. I'll call you a fool, Kipo.
I don't really think one is like a stupidly better router than the other, but I do think game is a little better at routing. But I don't know. It's not like a insane margin.
I think it is.
You are a game stabled fan, I will say. Yeah. I'm a game stabled fan too. I just don't think he's the best router in Division 2, Kipo.
He's gonna play me and school me again like usual.
I will commentate that match, Kipo.
It's gonna be so sad. I'm gonna see the card and be like, wow, I can speed bully this, and then lose.
I'll be like die in Pianta 2 or something.
Yeah, I'll forfeit immediately and go cry in the corner.
Alright, Bry versus Urbani in... What did Urbani pick? Lockout. That could help Urbani a lot. I think Bry is favored. I think no matter how you slice it, Bry's going to be favored here.
Yeah, Bry's too experienced to not be favored, but like, this could go Urbani's way.
It could. It could be a situation like you versus Despin or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you could see something where Urbani just, like, bullies Bry significantly. Otherwise, it's probably going to just be Bry favored.
Yeah, Bry's... He knows how to play against fast players, but, like, sometimes it's just not enough to overcome. Bry has also just shown, like... You know, he drops a game here or there. Like, I feel like he's a top player, but he does drop a game here or there more than Ramato. Or, like, JJ or something. Like, he, you know, season... well, not season, but, like, I remember he lost to Ombo once. And that was when Ombo was, like, kind of new. He lost to me. Like, I feel like he...
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sucks. Keep him.
I still don't know how I won some of my matches against him, but regardless. He'll probably win. Bry will probably overtake me in the rankings this week. And I'll just have to accept that.
Yeah, it's all Ramato's fault for picking you.
Then the last one is Dingeman versus Denial. Could be a close one. Dingeman's been playing more.
Yeah, I think however you pronounce it, Denga Man.
Apparently it's a hard G.
I don't know. It looked like Schmidt's pronunciation was Denga Man or something, but yeah. We'll need him to clarify it for me. so I can understand. But also, I would definitely say Dengaman is favored. Not significantly, but I'd probably favor him because of how much he's grinded, how much he's shown he's good at routing. Hard G doesn't mean anything to me, Schmidt.
But yeah, that's all I think we have today. Should be an interesting week. New patch is being worked on. It's not going to be like super overhauled or anything. It's just moving some goals around a little bit.
Yeah, we need to murder Pianta Keepa.
Lego will be typing, like when it's released, Lego or someone will type out and explain why everything is different. We're going to try to keep like the open communication Mike started last season with that.
Yep.
But that's pretty much it. We started an hour earlier today because I was told the God, what's it called? The Custom IL tournament is premiering soon in like 10 minutes.
Oh.
So I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna end stream. Like I can't really raid Sunshine community. So
Raid ourselves.
wait, 3 hours 10 minutes? Who told me it started at 3? What? Someone told me it started at 3 EST. I was duped.
You were duped.
No, you were there, PK. I'm pretty sure you were there.
Yeah, but I always knew it was gonna be 6. I just didn't say anything.
Oh, you made me. I set an alarm to wake up for this. Oh my god. Oh my freaking god. Now I'm gonna be tired all day. I'm in pain. I'm in dire pain. Keepo. Okay, well it's not. We started an hour early for no reason. Yeah, sorry if we confused you. Anyway, does anyone have any raid? Who's live? Who the hell's live right now? Someone's getting raided. It's like no one live.
Correct.
Okay, I'll raid CMK. Bye, guys. Have a good day.